Hello and welcome to Nan Loves Food. I am Ann here today with my husband Matthew.
Hello.
And we are going to do a Trader Joe's taste test for you. When I was doing my most recent Trader Joe's haul, I found a lot of new items that I've never tried before. And so I thought it would be fun if we would go ahead and try them together. So the first item I am going to try, is the French roast coffee. Matthew is not a coffee drinker. Nope. I really love their French roast coffee, so it's pretty much a sure thing. I do think that the pods are interesting. Unfortunately, I don't think that actually makes them any more recyclable, even though this is like fabric. So I will be enjoying my Trader Joe's coffee with the taste test. It's really, really dark roast. If you're not into dark roast, this is probably not your jam. If you do like a dark roast, you might like this one. The K-Cups, they brew a little lighter than I would normally prefer, but you know, that's just a preference. I'd probably make a stronger cup of coffee personally, but that's okay. So first up, we are going to try the blueberry lemon biscuit, which has I
think it's a cream cheese frosting.
Cream cheese frosting on top. What do you think? It's
very good. The biscuit is very fluffy and chewy, has a little pull to it. There's a nice bit of sweetness, and the lemon comes through in the frosting more than it really does in the biscuit, but it's tasty.
Yeah, the biscuit's definitely a little on the drier side, which the frosting helps with a bit. Very mild on the blueberry flavor, but the lemon is definitely there. Pretty good. I'd buy it again. Would you buy it again?
I would. So
next are the croissants. I was intrigued by these. You know, we're big fans of the pop-em can of croissants. But this texture is something else. Like, this is like real croissant texture.
You can hear it crisping, flaking. Proceed to make a mess of this whole thing. It's gonna be great.
So I would say the texture is phenomenal.
Yeah.
The flavor is pretty lackluster.
I would have wanted more butter or something of that nature to really to carry that, to make me feel like I'm eating a fresh croissant, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's almost more like a puff pastry than a croissant to me. Would you agree with that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But not a ton of flavor, honestly, which is kind of a shame. I wanted to do a little side-by-side of the Aldi versus Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's actually owns Aldi or vice versa. It's the same company. And they have an herbs and spices popcorn, which sounded a lot like the herbs and spices popcorn from Trader Joe's. So I wanted to do a side-by-side and see if they're the same or if there's some difference between the two. Smells herby.
That it does.
Mmm.
That's good. I mean, I don't know that I get a ton of herbs and spices off that, but it's just a little hint, you know, but it's tasty.
Yeah, the ingredients are similar, although they are stated slightly differently. So the Trader Joe's one says expeller pressed vegetable oil, which is sunflower, safflower, and or canola, whereas the Aldi brand just says sunflower oil. So I'm not sure if there's actually a difference there or not. So the Aldi one looks less herby. So the same, different? What do you think?
I don't think they have a huge difference in flavor, but I think both of them are fairly subtle in terms of when you put them in your mouth, what you get. You don't get hit over the head with herbs or anything. So I think the Aldi one is slightly more subtle than the Trader Joe's one.
I agree, but very, very similar.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that the Trader Joe's ones has a little bit more butteriness to it.
I agree with that. Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's a different type of oil. So if that's pretty much the only difference. They're almost identical in price too. Synergistically seasoned popcorn. This is a cult favorite by a lot of people. It does have a little bit of cayenne in it, so we'll see if it's too hot for Matthew.
Oh boy, here we go.
But I do love these big poofy popcorns. So it's supposed to be tangy, salty, smoky, spicy.
Definitely got the tang. That's what I get the most out of that, I think. I get a little bit of heat coming out of that. I think that if I ate a bunch more of that, it would start to be a lot, but it's an interesting flavor. Oh, I get the smoky on the back end too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of barbecue saucy.
That is exactly what I was thinking, yeah.
And like, I'm not a huge fan.
I mean, if you like barbecue chips, you might like this, but it definitely has a journey through your mouth.
Yeah, well, that's Here, they outline the journey for you.
It's lovely. It's like a map.
So we'll eat the rest, but probably won't buy it again. These are the Bamba peanut snacks. So these are just peanut paste, corn grits, palm oil, and salt.
All right. I can't get one. It feels like a cheese poof.
Yeah. That texture is different, man.
It's like a denser cheese poof or something like that.
But the peanut kind of coats your tongue.
Yeah, it does. It does, for sure. It's like eating a non-sugary peanut butter, like a cracker or something like that. That's what this reminds me of flavor-wise. The filling in a peanut butter cracker.
Yeah. So a third of this bag, which is a pretty small bag, has 5 grams of protein. So if you pounded the whole thing, that's 15 grams of protein. That's pretty significant.
A fair bit of protein for.
I think I like them, but they'll take some getting used to. Our next Aldi versus Trader Joe's challenge. These Elote chips from Trader Joe's are my favorite. They are so good. They're very dangerous for me to have in the house because it's really easy to go through a bag. But the Casa Mamita brand from Aldi just put out these, and we'll see if they're the same or different. They're so good.
They are good. They have a great flavor to them, but they are hot. Like I could probably eat 4 of these or so. I could already feel the heat building, but like you definitely get the elote out of that. That is the first thing you get. You get that little mayo sensation, and it's good.
So one of the ingredients is organic habanero peppers.
That'll do it. Yeah. All right, Aldi, let's see what you got. I don't think those are as hot, although you could get the heat on the back end. I think the flavor is pretty similar to that. They're both good. I got a lot more corn out of that one, I think, like corn chip.
Yeah. The Aldi one does seem to be a little bit yellower in color, which might be why it has a little bit corn chippier flavor.
Yeah.
Maybe this is some white corn in there too, but they're both delicious. Buy them both.
There's a little extra stuff in the Trader Joe's version. For instance, there's trace of lime. Obviously, you don't really know what they had used when they used organic spices, so
right.
Anybody's call. But they're pretty close ingredient-wise. Pretty close.
I can see how the lime would add to the addictive properties of these. Just a little bit of tart.
Gonna put that on camera. That's great.
So we're gonna try the Carolina Gold barbecue sauce. I think that'd be real good on some ribs.
Pulled pork. It cuts with that.
Yeah, definitely a pork, fatty pork product. Definitely a hint of mustard, which I know is not your favorite.
But it's not like, it doesn't kill you, and there's a little sweet to it too, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Carolina sauces go, I like that one a fair bit, actually.
Good. This is the Indian flatbread.
Chewy and layered.
You like a flaky tortilla.
Yeah. And it's got like a little bit of butter to it, but not, I wouldn't say a ton, or at least that's what it tastes like to me.
Yeah, I would say it's a little oily for my taste. Like to eat something else on, I think the oily would distract from it.
Maybe. Depends what you put on it, I would say. But yeah, there's a good flavor to it.
I'd eat it like this for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna try the new barbecue jackfruit pouch. Matthew is not looking forward to this.
We'll see. It might be good. I don't think I've had jackfruit in a long time, so I'm interested to see if what I remember of this is actually what it is. Honestly, it's pretty hard to distinguish that from pulled pork. It really is, I would say. You don't get, like, it's chewy like meat would be. The sauce is pretty strong, which I think obviously is probably necessary, but it's pretty indistinguishable, I would say.
Very sauce forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you put it on a sandwich or whatever, it'd be fine.
Yeah, pulled pork sandwich is what this is made for. Pulled jackfruit, I guess.
I think that would make some really good barbecue pulled pork nachos.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that would be awesome because it's like 1 minute in the microwave. And so rather than having to find pulled pork or make pulled pork, that'd be a really quick and easy.
Yeah.
I'm hungry, feed me now kind of meal. Next, we're gonna try the Bulgogi Beef. This has kimchi in it, so.
Awesome. At least give me some beef, good Lord.
That's really good. Very, very rich flavors.
I like that the pork comes, or the beef comes off very nicely. It's maybe a hint of spice on the back end, but
I don't get any.
maybe just a little bit, but
maybe at the very back end.
it's not hot. It's just there's just something there, you know. But I do like the flavor of it very much.
Yeah, I would eat that. The only concern that I have is that this package, which would seem to be, okay, 1 serving is 1 container, is 680 calories. That's real high.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's rice, but it's good. Maybe split this and then have a lot of vegetables on the side or something. Okay, I am super excited for the next one. This is the creamy polenta with spinach and carrots. Tastes like spinach and carrots and polenta.
That's right.
I would say it needs a little salt.
Yeah, it does. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It just needs a little more flavor to it.
Yeah. Very, very hearty. I think that's a good, like, fall situation.
You know, strong side dish.
Yeah, strong side dish.
With a little salt.
With a little salt. Oh, it does recommend serving with roasted meats, grilled fish, or you can sprinkle it with Parmesan or Gorgonzola cheese to accompany it.
That would probably do it. If you threw some cheese in here,
Yeah.
I think that would probably solve it.
Throw some cheese and maybe some nuts on top, and I think that's a totally, totally delicious meal.
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
These sprinkles walk into a sandwich cookie. Great name.
It is.
And the packaging is adorable. Like, super cute. I will say it's a little off-putting to take them out of the box. They chose a rather unfortunate color green sprinkle that looks a little moldy to me. See this one?
I would say rather than looks moldy, it looks like there are vegetables in the cookie, which is like, okay, you know, fine with the vegetables, but do I need them in my cookie? Probably not.
Yeah, I just think that that's a really unfortunate green color.
I agree with you.
It looks a little moldy.
The rest of the colors are fine. Yeah.
Well, and our family appreciates that they don't use artificial dyes.
Absolutely.
Because we have children who are sensitive to that in the family. And so I love that they can have these cookies. Just pick a different green Trader Joe's.
Please.
It's so rich. Trader Joe's makes the best butter shortbread. Like, that is one of the things that I've been buying from there as long as I've been a Trader Joe's shopper. I would say it's probably the same, if not exactly, their normal butter shortbread.
Yeah.
But then add buttercream frosting in there.
Yeah, it's tasty. I mean, I don't think I could eat more than 2 or 3 of those and be like, oh, I'm done. But they are good. Get a glass of water. That would be my recommendation.
Or a glass of milk.
Yeah, milk would be better. Yeah.
Coffee.
Probably not.
So we're gonna try the unexpected cheddar broccoli soup.
Ready.
This is like, broccoli cheddar soup is a big deal for us, and we really like the unexpected cheddar. So,
How could this not be good, right?
Right, wrong, or indifferent, the bar is pretty high.
Yeah.
So,
It's going to have to be good.
yeah.
It's fine, but I didn't get the cheese that I was expecting from the unexpected cheddar.
Oh. No, I would say that the texture is not what I would want. It's definitely a little runny.
Yeah.
For broccoli cheddar soup. Like, we like the Panera that sticks to your spoon.
So good.
This is not that.
I just disappointed in the cheesiness, really, because I really did expect it to be a stronger cheese profile. It doesn't really taste like cheese at all, I would say. It's reminiscent, but like, cheese is not what you get when you put that in your mouth.
Yeah.
You get broccoli, which is fine, and I like broccoli, so But broccoli cheddar soup, I expect something different from. So
yeah, kind of disappointing.
yeah.
We're gonna wash it down with the watermelon cucumber cooler. As you can see, I've already gotten into this. I did make adult beverages with it, and they were delicious, but I haven't actually tried it on its own. Straight. We're drinking out of shot glasses. You're right, there's a lot of cucumber there.
Yeah, I mean, the watermelon helps it. I don't, full disclosure, I'm not a cucumber fan, but this is tolerable. And for me to say that is substantial. I would drink more of this. I don't have a problem with it. I do think the watermelon helps it a ton in terms of being, it's very refreshing.
I would think that it makes a better cocktail.
I'm sure that's true. I mean, you can easily see how this would go well with a couple different types of alcohol.
Yeah. So I mixed it with vodka and a little bit of seltzer when I made it, and it was delicious. I think tequila would also be a good option. So certainly if you're having a backyard barbecue, you know, this summer, I think it'd probably fit the bill for a really good cocktail. I don't know that I drink it on its own.
Yeah, maybe not, but I didn't think it was too bad.
Next is the rhubarb and strawberry soda. This is one that they carry seasonally. That is refreshing.
Yeah, I mean, well, certainly the carbonation helps, and it makes it feel nice and effervescent, but it is fairly tart. I mean, certainly you get the rhubarb. That's what I'm getting. Strawberry comes, I think, on the back of that.
Yeah, it's a subtle strawberry flavor, I think.
Yep.
Tart rhubarb right at the front, and then a little sweet finish.
Yeah.
Honestly, I bought this with the intention of making a cocktail too. I think it'll be perfect for that.
For sure. I think it'll be good.
Yeah. Nice, cold, refreshing on a hot summer's day.
Hopefully we got those coming.
It's been really cold here, really cold. So next we're going to try the golden berries, aka Cape gooseberries. This is not something that I know, like, I don't think I've ever had these. Have you ever had a gooseberry?
Not that I can think of.
Produce of Colombia, and they're imported through Miami.
Looks sort of like a grape, but a weirdly colored grape.
I was thinking it looks like a cherry, like a yellow cherry tomato.
That's also, yeah, that's a good comparison. Yep, don't like that.
There's a lot going on there, my goodness. It's very tart.
Yeah, there's no sweetness to that whatsoever. Yeah, tart, I guess, is the best word I can describe it with.
So I think gooseberries are generally, like, you make pie and jams with them.
Sure.
So you would mix in a lot of sugar.
Yeah, if you could add sugar to that. I mean, there's an interesting flavor there, but not my jam. Literally.
The texture, there are little seedies in there. Almost like a strawberry. So see all the little seedies in there? So probably wouldn't recommend those.
Yep.
One thing I know I would recommend is their Havarti with dill. But we're gonna go ahead and taste it because we can.
She just wanted an excuse to eat it.
Yeah, it's real good.
Let's be real. It's good.
It's so creamy.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, dill is not necessarily my favorite profile, but it's good. The cheese is very high quality.
That unlike a turkey sandwich.
Yeah, that'd
Like
be
melted, like
that'd be a good spot for it. I agree.
Yeah. A little bit of Dijon mustard. You wouldn't have that on yours, but
Probably not.
or it's just a delicious snacking cheese. Like, just cut it up in cubes and.
Yeah, I think that does fine on its own, but certainly it would complement some other things nicely.
For sure. Okay, I'm not gonna put Matthew through this because he doesn't like pickles and he doesn't like spicy, but these are the Kosher spicy bread and butter pickle chips.
Yay.
Whew. That's a whole lot of something right there.
It takes a lot for you to react that way.
They're very flavorful. Very vinegar forward at the beginning, but then you're hit with this sweet and you're hit with this spicy. I don't think I would recommend eating them on their own. They're a little too much. I mean, I can go to town on a regular dill pickle or a bread and butter pickle, but these, I think, like 1 or 2 on a sandwich, and I'm the kind of person who like coats an entire layer of pickle on my sandwich.
It's so terrible.
Yeah, they're good. They're very good. They're just a lot. So use sparingly. Buy them, but use sparingly.
This is probably an appropriate or maybe even large portion of them, given the overwhelming nature of the flavor, right? Because you're not going to use a bunch of them on anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, to have at your family barbecue or whatever.
Sure, absolutely.
Have out. I think they'd be really good. We have a wild berry smoothie. Let's see how bad these are in sugar. Yeah, these are really bad in sugar. These are kind of marketed towards kids, and yeah. 23 grams of total sugars, 15 grams of added sugar. So that's a lot. So if you have children, be conscious that that's a lot of sugar, but there are 6 grams of protein in this one.
I got it.
My hero.
Yeah.
Yep, that's real good. All that sugar, it's delicious.
Yep. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, tastes like eating berry yogurt.
Mm-hmm. It is eating berry yogurt.
Okay.
It's drinking berry yogurt.
What do you know? But I mean, yeah, that's what it tasted just like that. So.
But great for your digestive health because it's got all those probiotics in it. So.
Yeah, that's strong.
So these are the chocolate and peanut butter JoJo's. The internet is aflutter with the praises of this one.
We'll find out.
These look very fancy. Wow, those are rich.
I don't know what you expected, but that's what I expected. Chocolate and peanut butter together is always, you know, a strong combination in terms of palate. But
well, especially that Oreo. Oreo is kind of a strong flavor too.
Agreed, but it's really, I mean, part of it is the thing is dunked in that, I don't know if that's chocolate or...
It's peanut butter.
It's peanut butter. But definitely peanut butter is what you're getting out of this for sure. But it's pretty good, especially if you like peanut butter. I think you'd love it.
I was kind of upset when I first saw this because one cookie is 130 calories, but I cannot imagine eating more than one of those.
Well, you could eat a couple.
Maybe 2.
No, I think you could do okay on that, but...
I couldn't.
Well, fair enough, but yeah, a glass of milk with that, or, you know, just like the shortbread cookie. This is actually probably needs it more than the shortbread cookie did, but it is tasty, I agree.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe. We love Trader Joe's around here and love doing hauls and taste tests. So if you're into that sort of thing, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.